A word.
Smock.
Smock? Smog.
Like the thing that goes over you like...
Yeah, baseball, I heard it.
There's that kid at school, Lenny. We all hate him. We all hate him so much. You know what? Let's smock him some bit. Let's write slander, just absolute slander about Lenny. Right? So there's Lenny. He's sitting on the floor in the classroom like a doofus. Then I walk in, and I say, hey Lenny, what you doing? And Lenny's like, I'm just rolling around on the floor like a doofus that I am. Look at me, look how stupid I am. I'm Lenny. And then I'm like, oh my God, this is the weirdest kid I've ever met. So I run over to the teacher. Hey, Miss Cassandra, Lenny's just rolling across the floor. This is a college class. What is this? What's the deal?
She's like, oh, it's just Lenny. He's just being himself. This is what Lenny does.
So I'm like, that's outrageous. That's completely outrageous. So I run back home. Then I run into my friend Joe. Joe, hey, how you doing, Joe? What's going on? Hey, have you seen Lenny? Lenny's been weird. He's been rolling around on the floor at school. He's just been absolutely weird and wacky. What do you want to do about this? So Joe, he says, I know exactly how to deal with a situation like this, which is, if one of your friends is rolling across the floor, you gotta keep rolling them until they hate rolling. It makes them miserable. You gotta make what they like miserable. So that's what we decided to do. We decided to roll in front of Lenny. The next day of school, there was Lenny on the ground, rolling across the floor as always. So you know what I said? I said, Lenny, I'm gonna give you a piece of your own medicine. So we rolled on the floor in front of him. And you know what we did? We outrolled him so much, so much, that the entire class joined us. Everyone started rolling around. Everyone rolled at the exact same time. And look at Lenny's face. He was completely confused, bewildered, shocked. Every negative emotion you can possibly feel. Even the teacher who waved at Lenny was like, hey, Lenny, I'm rolling too. How do you feel about that? So Lenny cried and cried and cried. It's as if his entire life was ruined and just stripped away from him. So fast forward to a week later. Lenny is at home. He's crying. His parents are like, Lenny, what's going on? Lenny, are you okay? And Lenny's like, no. Everyone took away what I love. They stole my thunder, rolling across the floor. They think it's stupid. They think it's terrible. They think I'm an idiot, and they're mocking me for it. But they don't know. They don't know why I do it. They don't know why I roll across the floor. It's because of you, my parents. Because I love you so much, and I remember when you would roll around on the floor with me when I was a child, and it means so much to me. And they mock me for it. I don't understand. So what's your advice? And they say, Lenny, you gotta stand up for yourself. You can't let them mock you for what makes you you. You gotta run in there and actually roll them over with like a tank. Like you gotta kill them. Like just go as crazy as you can. Like make them hate rolling. Make them roll so much that it makes them miserable. And Lenny, on his walk to school, it was like everything was in his favor. He passed by several people on the road. They looked at him and, oh, look at that guy. Look at how cool he is. He rolls on the floor. Then Lenny arrived at school. The first person he walked into was his teacher. He said, hey, Miss Cassandra. She said,
Hey, Lenny, you gonna roll on the floor some more? That's real funny. He says, look, I know the other kids are all making fun of you, but
think it's funny. And Lenny says, that's a reasonable conclusion to come to, that it's funny. But you know what I don't think is funny? This whole situation. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna trample you over with my rolling. And you know what he does? He rolls over the teacher right then and there. Oh, there goes the teacher. She learned her lesson. Lenny, I'm sorry. I won't roll over you ever again. She just cried there all day. The class was pretty much canceled. So then, as Lenny kept walking down the hall and into his classroom, he saw his classmates. They were sitting there, all on the floor, you know. They were reading their books and stuff, and you know, whatever they're doing. They're like, I wonder where Miss Cassandra is. And Lenny walks in. He barges in, actually. He bursts the door open. Yeah. They're like, Lenny, what's going on here? And then Lenny says, Miss Cassandra's not coming today. They're like, what do you mean, Lenny? What's going on? And I said, Cassandra learned her lesson. She will never be rolling around with you guys anymore. And then I stood up. I stood up. And I said, Lenny, you can't do this. This is outrageous. Joe stood up with me. He said, Lenny, you can't do this. Me and my pal, we're gonna stop this. And Lenny, he grabbed his tank, and he started coming towards them. And they're like, if you're gonna do this, Lenny, we're gonna go down like true warriors. But the other classmates, they couldn't believe what they were seeing. It was like the Armageddon, good versus evil, right before their eyes. They stood up and they said, "Stop! You can't do this. This is not how it's supposed to go. You guys, you gotta be friends. You gotta be friends." And you know what I said? I said, "You're right." And you know what Joe said? He said, "You are right." But do you know what Lenny said? Lenny was too far gone in his delusions. And he rolled over us anyway! And that's it, and that's why my leg is broken. And that is why I hate Lenny!
Yeah!